Which teams, potentially plural, will be interested in Jimmy Garoppolo's services this offseason, considering he either will be cut or traded? I don't know who wants to go first, but just jump out.
New England's the only one I could think of, especially if he gets cut. I mean, getting traded is going to be a tough one, no, because then you figure Bill is not going to trade anything of like some type of higher collateral, unless the most you'd be willing to say, like, I'll give you a fourth, which I think if you get a fourth or even a fifth, you'd be pretty content to just get that contract off your table, especially if Matthew Stafford's in the works. But yeah, how I see it to be the Patriots, obviously one we've already talked about for like the last 2-3 months. I'd even throw out Chicago, hometown team. Who knows with them? Because if they swindled them before, you can swindle them again. But the one interesting team I love talking about it when I wrote this last week was the Washington football team, because Martin Mayhew's there. They're a team that fits perfectly well for Jimmy G. You know, kind of almost it's reflective of, or they replicate what the 2019 49ers was, with elite defense, pretty nice creativeness with the offensive playmaking. And at that point, all they needed was a quarterback who can game manage and just make a couple of plays here and there like he needed. So it kind of sounds like somewhere he would fit and just, mask some of his flaws.
I think a team that not many people are talking about are the Colts, just because if the 49ers do end up getting Stafford, the Colts have a playoff-ready team. They have a really good defense. They need a quarterback that can do what Phillip Rivers did this year and get rid of the ball and not turn it over. And I think Jimmy Garoppolo is one of those guys. So I say the Colts, and also the Steelers, what they did with Ben Roethlisberger, just getting the ball out early. Jimmy Garoppolo can definitely handle that. Chase Claypool on those Deebo Samuel shovel passes, I think he could succeed in that. I don't know how the cap situation would necessarily work out with the Steelers totally, because they need to clear some cap space, but I think Garoppolo would fit there.
Yeah, agree with that one. Also, the Houston Texans. I mean, they're now the worst organization in the NFL. They're going to be losing Deshaun Watson potentially. They're going to need a new quarterback. The thing with Jimmy Garoppolo is he has a no trade clause, so he can veto anything. But he might like Houston. He may know Nick Caserio. There could be other places around the league too. But the main point I'm trying to say here is that the Niners shouldn't. The worst case scenario should be cutting Jimmy. The Niners should be trying to find a way to trade this guy, because it's not like New England's the only suitor. There could be other ones. It could be Denver, Carolina, maybe the Jets. I mean, who knows? Maybe the Dolphins. There could be a market for this guy. I think if he were cut and you could negotiate a deal that would pay him $15 million next year, a lot of teams might want him. So, yes, I think we named a bunch of teams: Denver potentially, Carolina potentially, Houston potentially.